What's up, everybody? Welcome to a little late night with yours truly, man, DTLF. Back with another episode, man. Hopefully, we have a good time tonight. How's everybody doing? If you guys are still up with me, welcome. If you're watching this tomorrow morning, hopefully, this video finds you well. We survived, guys. We survived the the storm per se. I thought it was really funny because we went to the store and it brought me back memories of when the pandemic happened and it's just crazy to see that people still haven't learned not to overreact. I mean, people are going for toilet paper, they're going for water, they're going for everything, and it ended up just being a couple of raindrops. Some places a little more excessive than others, but nothing major. And yet here we are, right? So thank God everybody's good. But how y'all doing tonight, man? Kylo said he's gonna go to sleep. What's up, fam? Sally, what's up? Yeah, just wanted to talk to you guys for a little bit, man. Give me like the next 30 minutes or so. Just want to say major shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson. All right, she has won the gold medal for Team USA. So shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson, guys. Definitely did work today. If you guys didn't catch that, very impressive, man. The media tried to tear her down, but here she is, right? Here she is proving that anything's possible, and you gotta love it. You gotta love it, man. It's a major win for her, major win for the states, and a major win for minorities. So shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson. I hope I said her name right. But much love to her for Team USA and all of that good stuff. We're going to talk a little bit about, we'll get to the good stuff, but before I get there, I also want to wish a very happy birthday to one Wilt Chamberlain, man. If you guys don't know who that is, it's Wilt Chamberlain. Happy birthday to the great Wilt. Still never got to see him play, but by God, just looking at his stats, dude was amazing. 30 points per game, 23 rebounds, and 4 assists throughout the course of his career with 2 championships as well. Just phenomenal. So shout out to him. Happy birthday. It would have been his birthday today. So happy birthday to him. What's up? What's up, Empire Jeff? I see y'all. I see everybody. Christian in the house. Everybody, what's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, Mr. 100. Absolutely, man. Very impressive there by Wilt Chamberlain. By the way, before we get into all the formal stuff, I was thinking, guys, because I was at the park, right? And I caught a battle scar, fam, but it wasn't how you thought I caught it, right? Like, I was hooping, and I look at the sidelines, and out of the blue, I see some dude with probably one of the worst haircuts I've ever seen in my life. Now, it got me to thinking, what is Laker Nation, what does my NBA family think is the worst haircut they've ever seen in their life, right? We're like, well, what can you guys name it in the comment section? For me, it's the mullet, all right, by far, right? If you want a visual representation of a skunk coming out the back of your head, get a mullet, right? I've never been a huge fan of the mullet personally. Hopefully nobody gets offended by this, but straight up, the mullet to me, in my personal opinion, is the worst haircut, hands down. My man said the Edgar, that one's pretty bad as well. And it's funny how these things catch fire, like they spread like wildfire, right? One kid does it, they all do it, right? But the mullet, fam, the mullet looks like the back of their head is taking a dump, and it's there for the world to see. I really don't like it. Edgar, I'll give you guys that. It's really annoying how everybody and their mama's getting the cut. Literally, I've seen women with the cut. But to me, nothing can compete with the mullet. My man said Trae Young. Now that's messed up, but he can't really grow his hair like that. The mohawk, I don't mind. Some people can pull it off. The faux hawk is even cooler. Some people can pull it off. But the mullet. Anyways, let me tell you guys the story really quick. So I'm hooping. I see this kid pull up with a mullet, man. I didn't think I'd see that here in Southern California. So I trip and I scrape myself, right? So when I get home, I tell my shorty, babe, guess what happened, right? I got this from a battle scar right here, right? Like I was trying to battle the image out of my head, and I ended up scarred. So it's a true story, man. I just I don't believe that the mullet should be legal here in the good old US of A, especially not in California. Maybe in those other states over there on the East Coast, but yeah, we don't want the mullet here in Cali, okay? If you guys have the mullet, you still got time to run to your local barbershop and ask for a taper with a 0 on the side and a 3. It's the most basic thing you can get if you need advice, all right? So just a quick little fun story about me hooping today and actually seeing the mullet. That was pretty bad, man, pretty bad. But if you guys have any other haircuts you like to throw under the bus, now's your chance. Yes, people still have mullets, bro. I know it's from the 70s, but they're here. I've seen a couple of them. Listen, my cousin came down from Atlanta, Georgia, and told me he liked the haircut. He said it was an Atlanta thing. I thought it was stuck in the 80s, 70s, 80s, right? But yeah, apparently it's still a popular thing, and some youngsters are still doing it. So pretty bad, pretty bad. But moving right along, right? A very good player was cut today, all right, by the name of Usman Garuba. All right, he got waived by the OKC Thunder, and he's definitely somebody I wouldn't mind on the Lakers. All right, for those of you that don't know who he is, here's the image of him right here. Let me share it with you guys. Now, this guy is only 21 years of age and has potential to be a two-way type of guy. He's somebody crashes the glass, can protect the rim, and can space the floor. Now, he's 6'8", right? So he's a little bit on the smaller side, but I wouldn't mind a 21-year-old project like Usman, who can definitely come in and provide some energy off the bench. So that's just another option we can talk about outside of, obviously Christian Wood, Biyombo. Now with the Lakers are getting a little bit more options. What do you guys think of Usman Garuba, who's kind of been a journeyman early in his career? But again, a lot of teams throw away young talent because sometimes they don't know what they have, and sometimes they just got, a new toy to play with. And I think this one, the Lakers, it's their bread and butter. It's when they swoop in. Would you guys like Usman? Is there any other names that come to mind? What I'm saying? Like, is there any other names that definitely come to mind that you guys would like? Let me know. It's late night with yours truly, man. So talk to me, fam. He said, do you think the Lakers would do it in 2024? Are they still keeping LeBron James? I think so. What did you think about Malice in the Palace? I'll be honest, I was watching that game live. I don't remember if it was on TNT. I believe it was on ESPN. I was watching that game live, and it was mind-blowing. I remember, I'm the biggest Ron Artest fan at the time. He could, I hated Detroit because they had, beat us in the playoffs and the finals, and I remember just rooting for Meta World Peace at the time, Ron Artest, to get up in the stands and whoop some ass. That was so disrespectful that they threw that cup at him. So I was actually rooting for him. And shout out to Steven Jackson, who got his back, man. He's a real one. But the league has changed tremendously since that day. So that was actually a time and point in history where the league actually strapped down because of it, and they became a little bit more strict. So my guy Empire Jeff says there's good players about to be available. He's definitely going to need to work on his offense. Oh, for sure. Well, what I think of Usman Garuba, I think of a spark plug type player, can give you some energy, maybe an extremely poor man Serge Ibaka. But he's still only 21. So that's why I like him. Project players tend to do really good under this coaching staff. So I would not mind a player like him who has a high motor. And I seen him play for Spain, and he was tremendous. So I just think given the right opportunity, he could make his mark in this league. However, I still have higher priorities. Obviously, Christian Wood is still higher on my list as well as others. But I'm just throwing out the name because I'm very curious what you guys thought. My guy Kevin King loves Garuba. We had this conversation earlier, Kev. Absolutely, man. I instantly thought of the Lakers when they cut him today. So I was like, wow. And I kind of got him confused with the Houston Rockets one because there's another one. I forgot his name, but he was killing Summer League. And I thought it was him for a second. But then I remembered who Usman was. And, I like the kid, man. High motor. Very, it's obviously a project player. He's not putting up big numbers or nothing like that. But he does have a high motor. He's athletic. He can block shots. Do some dirty work down low. So if the Lakers do need another big body, he could fill that slot. Not saying he's necessarily the best player available, but yeah. My guy said, I still try to get either Christian Wood, Dwight Howard, or people might want him, JaVale McGee. Yeah. I mean, there's going to be some options for sure, right? There's going to be some options for sure. And, I can't wait to see what happens here moving into training camp. Let's see here. Okay. Moving right on along, guys. There was a clip today. I don't know if you guys got to see it. And it was of Rui Hachimura, right? This dude, he looks like he's slimmed down. It looks like he's reworking his jump shot. I mean, the release point looked different, right? I went back and looked at his old release from last season and what he was doing at the practice court. It looks different to me. And he got even thinner. So I'm not sure if that's a great or a bad thing because I like the size he had and the way he was able to bully people. But if he can get the right, his body to the right amount of cutting weight and getting cut up instead, it could be a very dangerous thing. He could be more mobile. He's already supremely athletic. So we could be looking at a future young, phenom in this league for years to come. What did you guys think of Rui cutting down weight and maybe changing the shot a little bit? You saw LeBron James there. Hopefully they're in there with Phil Handy. working hard. Very, very interesting. I was very curious to know what you guys thought of the whole situation. I mean, I love the kid. I love what he did last season, to be honest with y'all. And if he can continue to add to that and improve, man, sky's the limit for him. But anyways, for those of you that are curious, here's the video. Here's a video clip right here of my guy Rui. Look at this. Look at his shot. It looks a lot different, right? You see the high release point, right? So it looks a lot different here, and you can see LeBron James over there. He's crouched down. You can see him over there, just probably giving them pointers. But that's the release right there that the Lakers social media team dropped today. The video looks extremely thin as well. He almost looks like a different guy. So very encouraging to see these young players out here working on their shot and just doing great things. Very exciting, right? Very, very exciting. And I hope he continues to do that because, he had a somewhat of a breakout season last year. Talking about breaking out, man, you got to feel for Lonzo Ball, right? Because he just confirmed today on the Trae Young podcast that he will be missing the 2023-2024 season, so next year. Very disappointing because first and foremost, here's a young player who was showing promise before the injuries. And now all of a sudden, now there's a lot of question marks about his entire career. So there is that, right? It's one of those things, guys. One of those things where I'm just like, prayers up for Lonzo. Hopefully he can recoup his form he had before he started getting hurt, right? Hopefully. I like his size before he lost the weight. Me too, Tamika. I definitely love the size before. I hope this doesn't impact him negatively, but for all we know, he can be slimming down, trying to be quicker on his feet, and it could end up working out for him, especially if he's going to move to the small forward position or something this season. Who knows? But yeah, very interesting. His shot used to look a lot more stiff, and now it looks more fluid. Yeah, you know what? I don't like to, judge jumpers in practice videos. I wait to see the results, right? And because it was effective as heck. So, but I trust the coaching staff, man. I trust the coaching staff. What's up, bro? How you doing, Jonathan? Good to see you, my brother. Salute. I trust Phil Handy. Me too, Chris. Me too, brother. But I'll just bring it to you guys' attention because that's what I noticed today in the clips. He said, I thought Chicago already announced he was out for the season a while ago. Well, it wasn't confirmed. It is now. Sucks this. What happened to Zoe? Happy to get paid. Happy he got paid, though. Yeah, me too, man. This is why guys always want to secure the bag, sometimes even more than winning, because, they're always risking injuries and sometimes even career-ending injuries. So you're right, bro. I'm very happy he secured the bag as well. I mean, come on, man. Chino Hill's in the building. I miss Zoe, man. He was my favorite point guard in the game. He played to win. It's sad. It truly is sad. But the good thing is that him and his family are very fortunate, man. Their dad is an entrepreneur. He basically laid successful ground rules for them, or I shouldn't say ground rules. I should say he laid a foundation for them to be successful. So can we just show love for LeVar Ball? We know he's very outspoken and he has his flaws just like every other human being. But at the end of the day, he's a great father. Talking about somebody who beat the odds, got 2 out of the 3 sons into the NBA, and predicted that the young one would be a star player, and he is that. So shout out to the Ball family, man. I always wish him the best. Always. Dan, this year's probably LeBron's farewell tour with the Lakers with Bronny coming next year. I doubt that, bro. I really highly doubt that. I think LeBron will retire Laker. I'd be shocked if something else happens, but the Lakers have done everything to make that man happy, and he has done everything, vice versa, to make the Lakers happy. So, I think it's a perfect marriage, and it's just going to continue. I don't think there's going to be a divorce there. What's the Lakers keeping the same coach? Is the Lakers getting new players? Is the Lakers keeping Anthony Davis? That's a lot of questions in one, my brother. He said, do you think Anthony Davis will be good? Of course. I think he'll be great as long as he stays healthy. Lakers will be keeping his coach because we fired one a year ago. And, the Lakers also got new players, to answer your question, bro. As far as Anthony Davis, I think he's going to be great. He looks awesome, man. He's also been in the gym. And, it's going to be, it's going to be exciting. Kevin King. Hey, Kevin King with the small flex. He said, Lonzo's my cousin. Pray for him. He's in our prayers, brother. We once a Laker, always a Laker, bro. So that's the way it works, man. Wishing him a speedy recovery. Shout out to Kevin King with the small flex. I see you, bro. You can see Lonzo coming back to LA in the future. I mean, that'd be nice, especially if he's healthy. That would be dope. My boy with the LeVar quote, never lost. Oh, man. LeVar, let me tell you something about LeVar when he went on TV. This dude was prime time TV. I mean, it was must watch. I would watch every interview. I would watch everything that had LeVar in there, man. He was just a real one, man. I just loved him always speaking his mind, no matter how outrageous and outlandish it sounded at the time. Most of the stuff he said was real, except when he said that the Lakers would never win a championship, because we consequently ended up winning one that very year he said that. So that's when he was, a little lost. But it's all good, man. I understand he was emotional to see his son traded away. So it's only natural, right? I don't wish him any harm, man. I wish him the best. That's right. That's right, Empire Jeff. If you know, you know. LeVar Ball straight out of Compton like you, Dan. That's why we got love, man. That's why listen. Thing about us is real, recognized real all the time. Trust me. I love all my Compton people. I love all my LA people. I love all my people, period. All my Angelinos, all my Laker fans, even if you're not from here, it's all love, baby. But yeah, LeVar is a real one, man. And when you're a man of the people and you speak the truth, the respect that you garner is just second to none. And that's what happened with LeVar, right? Only the mainstream media was trying to tear him down, but all of the real ones from the hood, all of us that grew up in LA, we love to see a family, make it, especially out of the hood, man. You love to see that. I mean, that's why I said, man, Sha'Carri, man, shout out to her, man, because again, a lot of people try to tear her down, and she was strong as ever, and she made her comeback in a triumphant return. And she said it, a lot of people was going against me, and some was going with me, but it's my time now. That's what you talk about, greatness right there. So you love to see it. Bring back Son Yu? Nah, bro. He's like, what is he, like 40 now? Nah. Those sorry shoes. Oh man, the big baller brand. Yeah, bro. I'm glad. Listen, I'm not the type of person that always gets lost in the sauce. I was happy when they dropped it because they were doing something big, but I never liked the design of it. So I wasn't one of these crazy people that dropped 500 on it. I never swim with the current. Like even now, when people wear Crocs, they look crazy to me. I do not like Crocs. I don't care if they put buttons on it or not. I roast my little nephew for wearing Crocs, just to rip some fun at him. But listen, man, you the bottom line is you always got to do you, right? And I wish Lonzo would have did him, and he would have stuck to whatever his plan was. Unfortunately, he went with his dad's plan and didn't pan out. I don't want to blame all the injuries on that, because also, did we not see the way Lonzo was eating? I mean, it was all mac and cheese and pizza, man. You can't listen. You are what you eat. You want to take care of your body. You're a professional athlete. You got to eat better. So that's the only advice I would ever give to a player like Lonzo. But and same thing with LaMelo, who's also been injury prone recently. So we need, hopefully his career is prolonged as well. And it was a shame we never got to see the younger brother, right? But really quick, man, switching topics really with yours truly, man. So I got a creepy trailer here. It is late night. I want to know if y'all gonna watch this movie, man. Saw X. For those of you that are squeamish, feel free to look away from the screen. It's only a 15-second trailer. I haven't seen it yet, but I decided to watch it. Here it is late night. So let's see what this trailer is looking like right quick.
Hello, everyone. It's time to play a game.
You'll make it. So long as you keep your head.
Saw X, September 29th.
No. I was just a little teaser. It's nothing major. But would you guys go see that movie? Is that like something that interests y'all, man? Because I mean, Saw's interesting. I like the traps and some of the kills. I mean, they're always interesting. But it's not for the squeamish, right? There's a lot of blood and gore in those movies. Are you guys the type to go watch a movie like that? I know a lot of people don't like that stuff, so I'm very interested, man. Yeah, Kane, if you know, you know, bro. The first thing I told my girl when I used to watch Ball in the Family, right, was that these dudes got to eat better if they're going to the next level. They want to be successful. I still feel that way. That I don't know why. I don't know if they still continue to eat that way, but hopefully they switch up. Most people don't want to watch this movie. My guy said he's not a horror movie type of dude. My girl loves horror movies, by the way, so we might end up watching that. if you could have an ex-Laker back on the Lakers, who would it be? Mine would be BI or Clarkson. That is a good question. Brandon Ingram would be dope to have in return. I also like Julius Randle. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I love me some Julius Randle. He's a tough player. He's an old school minded player. What's a player I would like? And does it have to be from this generation or any generation? Rephrase that question. If it's only this generation, then it would probably be Brandon Ingram. He's probably the best player we've gotten rid of in the last 10 or so years. But outside of him, like if it's any generation and I can bring back any player in his prime, then that would probably be, I mean, of course, Kobe Bryant, of course. But if it's this generation, I agree. Brandon Ingram is probably the best player we let go of. But I'll be honest with you, man. I don't miss him. We won a championship without him. It's not like he's won or even got close to the finals. If he did, then I would miss him a lot more. If he had more team success instead of individual success, I would miss him a lot more because I'm all about winning championships, right? But I love watching him play whenever he's not playing my Lakers, and I do have League Pass, so I'd be tuning in, especially when both Zion and him were healthy. That was a fun team to watch. Nance was another good one for sure. Nance was really cool. I love Larry Nance, his personality and everything, man. He was athletic. I mean, he was catching bodies, hard worker. How could you not love Larry Nance? I mean, I think he was definitely a fan favorite while he was here. But yeah, I mean, there's so many different players that we've let go over the years that it's just like, and sometimes they do end up back. Right? Bring back Kuz, another one of my favorite young players that was here for sure. He was fun to watch. All right, switching topics one more time for y'all, man. It is late night, so I think, listen, man, we just saw Saw, right? That was scary or whatever, but it ain't nothing scarier than this. Check this out. This is the official cover of Drake's upcoming album called For All the Dogs. Now, his son, who I believe is about 5 years old, drew this picture. Now, my question is, what the hell is your son looking at, bro? You showing your son horror movies or something? He's having nightmares? There's no way he thought he drew a dog here with red eyes. Yeah, these motherfuckers don't look like horns. I mean, these don't look like ears. They look like horns. And then the background picture's all dark. Like, that's some creepy Illuminati shit right there, man. I'll tell you straight up. When I seen this, the first thing I thought about was like, what the hell, Drake? What is this crap? And no disrespect to his son, right? His son is cute and all that. But bottom line is, listen, that is not a dog. I don't care what nobody says. That motherfucker right there is a demon, bro. I don't care what nobody says. I'm not trying to have no nightmares. But listen, man, that is something else, man. That is something. My guy Tony said, not into demonic movies no more. Hey, I got to know the story why, bro. I would love to know the story why my guy Tony Lee has took the backdoor exit on scary movies. Got to know. Lopez to pair with AD. Lopez no longer available. Bring back Cousins. It's politics. I honestly don't understand why DeMarcus isn't in the NBA. This dude is still probably skilled, man. I don't know. Like I said, Illuminati. Hey, my guy Kevin came with a hot take prediction. I see you. Kind of stopped watching after Saw 3. He said he drew the monster he sees in his closet. Oh, that's creepy, dog. That's some creepy shit right there. Listen, bottom line is this is not no shit kids should be drawing. You ever seen the horror movie when the child is starting to be possessed or something and he start drawing some creepy shit and the parents look at it like, what the fuck? That's what this is right here. Bruh, come on, Drake, son. What's going on, man? Somebody's rescue that child. What is he looking at? Saw movies are disgusting, bro. You think so? Maybe I've become insensitive to this stuff, but I've seen so many horror movies. I mean, I'll be real. Like, I can't eat popcorn and pizza and all the good stuff when I'm watching a horror movie. That's one thing I can't do because it is kind of gross. But outside of that, I could watch them. I could watch the movies, especially if it has a good story to it and some interesting kills. It'll be interesting. El Chupacabra. He said Drake new album better be a classic. Honestly, bro, it's been a while since I really enjoyed a whole Drake's album. I feel like he makes music more for females now. I was a big fan of Drake back when he was dropping the mixtapes with Lil Wayne and just the classic stuff, and now he's kind of more of a sing-song type dude, which is cool. I like R&B, but not his type of R&B. Like, Drake is very talented. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Drake. Big fan of his when I was growing up. But now it's like he's kind of shifted away from what he once was, and that's what fame will do to you. You kind of have to reinvent yourself. So I get it, but it's just not my cup of tea. I don't get excited for Drake albums. I get excited for 21 Savage albums, for future albums. A lot of other artists, right? T Grizzly, one of my recent favorites. Yeah, I get it. Listen, I get excited for all of that, but not no Drake, right? But I'm sure, the shorties out there are probably really hyped about this album, right? Am I right, ladies in the chat? Let's see here. He said Cousins just hurt himself again. I believe pulled a groin. Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. All right, let's see. Any scary stories, Dan? Scary stories. What's a scary story? Of my own personal life, honestly, I haven't experienced too much crazy stuff, man. God is good to me. So shout out to God for that. But what about you guys? I am curious, man. I am curious if you guys have any crazy. And if I'm sure I have a scary. All right, here's a scary story, right? And it happened when I was a child, right? So we lived in a two-story apartment. Believe it or not, there was two-story apartments in Compton. And at the time, it was called Park Village, and now it's called Jasmine Gardens. And we lived in a two-story apartment, right? So I would sleep upstairs, right? Same room as my mom. We were all kind of like congested in there because it was limited rooms. It was me, my mom, my two brothers, and my sister used to live all in one 3-bedroom apartment. So I would sleep in the same room as my mom when I was a kid. And I remember sleepwalking to the downstairs room. Now, in the downstairs room, there was rumors that room was haunted, right? Because my brothers had seen stuff. I personally never saw it, but they had, one of my brothers said that he was choked out by a ghost down there. So nobody would sleep in the room downstairs. It was only one room downstairs, and there was 2 rooms upstairs, right? 2-story apartment. So believe it or not, I had a dream that I slept walked downstairs where we would spend time there during the day, but never during the night. I opened up the drawer, and I got this bubble blower that my mom had bought for me, right? It was a bubble blower. You're a kid. You like toys and bubble blowers and all that stuff. So I had a dream. I went down there in the middle of the night with my eyes closed, but somehow I could see. It's almost like an out-of-body experience. And when I woke up, fam, I kid you not, true story, on God. The bubble blower I was holding it, right? And my fingers were kind of wet from like the liquid spilling out. But yeah, I guess I sleepwalked, but it was like a paranormal type of thing because I could see myself sleepwalking, and I thought it was a dream. I sleepwalked downstairs to get the bubble blower in the middle of the night. And listen, when I was a kid, nobody would go into that room, not even the adults at night. So that tells you that, that was probably my first ever experience sleepwalking, and probably my last. I don't remember it ever happening to me. So that is as close to scary stories I've had for y'all. And I wouldn't sit here and lie to y'all. So that's pretty much the only one. Do you guys have any? I'll read about one if you guys have one. Yeah, that's the only story I ever had, man. But that room, I do believe it was haunted. I do believe there was something down there. Like, check it out. We would, like I said, we would stay upstairs because we didn't like that room down there. And you would always hear like creaking from the bottom to the top, like somebody hitting from it's just creepy. All right. So yeah, that's the only one I have, man, for y'all. Hopefully y'all did enjoy that one. If you did, hit that like button. If I can, think of any other ones that maybe have slipped my mind, and on the next episode of Late Night, I got y'all. Let's see here. Oh my God, that's scary. Thank you. My scary story actually scared somebody. That's what's up. True story too, by the way. Choked out by a ghost. Tell me that's not scary. Like, yeah. And by the way, my older brother doesn't like scary movies either. Matter of fact, both of my brothers don't watch it. I'm the only one that watches scary movies with my girl, right? And that's probably because we haven't experienced much, right? But I believe when you experience creepy shit, you probably don't want to mess with that no more, right? Hey man, who knows the whole story? All right, here goes one. It looks like we got one right here. My guy said, my girlfriend's sister had chased my son one night. I sent him to grab diapers, and she was sleeping in my room. He said she sat up and opened her mouth so big and looked like a monster, then chased him. Yeah, see, I can't live in the same house as somebody that does that. If that happens, I'm sorry. We got to move out, or somebody got to move out. That is pretty creepy, bro. Yeah, I ain't never experienced nothing crazy like that. Yeah, no. That's next level creepy y'all tapping into, man. But yeah, bottom line is this, man. And the only reason we started talking about it, for those of you tapping in late, is because Drake's son drew this picture. And there's absolutely nothing cute about it. Yeah, this is going to be the cover, by the way, of the new Drake album. So yeah, there you have it, right? There you have it. Drake's son is possessed, fam. I hate to say it, but yeah, I don't know what they showing that little kid. What kind of demonic rituals are going on? All right, the final thing before I get off, man, and again, this one goes to the trolls out here, man, because we know there's plenty of them. If you run any sort of social media account, you have probably bumped into quite the few. But listen, James Gunn just earned my respect completely. I already love his movies and all of that, but check it out. And there's always these no neck having motherfuckers. Just look at the picture. It's always somebody that does not have the balls to even show their face. They're either going to copy and paste the picture they got from Google, or they're not even going to show their faces. Those are the cowardliest ones. So he goes, your wife is freaking ugly. I'm not even going to say the F word because that's disrespectful to his wife. Your wife is freaking ugly. To which James Gunn replied, I'm sorry your life has to come to this. I hope it gets better. You want to talk about the classiest response of all time? There you have it. There you have it. Like, James Gunn is a G for that. Like, he listen, first of all, you better never insult nobody last name Gunn. All right, that's number one. You got to be, listen, it's no wonder you ain't thinking right. You ain't getting no blood circulation, bro. Your neck ain't attached to your head, bro. So that explains the stupid reply and thoughtless. But check this out, though. My man James Gunn shot him with kindness bullets, and he replied, hey, man, just wanted to sincerely apologize for the earlier tweet. Genuinely didn't mean it. I was just being a prick. Well, somebody took accountability. Looks like the neck's starting to connect. Plus, he said, didn't expect a reply. LOL. Definitely set me straight. I'm a big fan of your earlier. So he went from hater to dick writer. He said, I'm a big fan of your earlier work, though, man. You probably don't care, though, at this point, LOL. Like, bruh. He said, I'm very sorry to Jen also. To which the classy James Gunn replies, it's all good. Hope you're feeling better. Listen, fam. Listen. This is why I say that these trolls always are seeking for attention. They do it to me all the time. I have now chosen not to reply to most. I'll make an example out of one or two every now and then. But these cowards don't even show their face. And they're out here talking about people's wives. And listen, James Gunn, a real person who shows his face and replied to this guy. He didn't have to waste his time. He replied to this guy in the most classy way possible. And as a result, the guy's true intention was revealed, which I think everybody knew even before. He just was seeking attention, right? So he felt like a jackass, as he should, and he apologized, as he should, right? But yeah, there you have it. So trolls, please, guys, listen, I know you all have daddy issues and mommy issues, and you're looking for a new daddy and a new mommy online, right? But just get a life, fam. Like that's so disrespectful. Telling somebody their wife is ugly, bro. Come on. That's crazy. All right. Any final comments, guys, before I get off? This was another successful episode of Late Night with DTL. I really have fun doing these episodes because I have no filter at night, right? All the kids supposed to be asleep. So we can talk real grown folk stuff here. All right. Let's see here. Johnny said, when I was asleep, I heard somebody knocking on my door last night. I got up and checked. There was nobody there. That was so scary. Johnny, my advice to you is get dogs, man. Listen, I sleep like a baby because I got a damn Doberman sleeping right next to me in my bed. He has his own doggy bed right here, and he is the sweetest thing ever. He's my guardian angel. I never worry, right? Even I live in the hood, and I never worry about anything because dogs have been my peace of mind. RIP to my old dog Rocky, who protected this home for 15 years. And obviously now I have another guardian angel, man. So yeah, listen, you want peace of mind, bro? Get yourself some dogs. They're the best thing ever, man. And not just because you use them for protection, but they're a part of the family, and they provide just awesome companionship. And all you got to do is take care of them and be good to them because we don't deserve them most of the time. Jonathan said, I have a story, but it's long AF. Long story short, I was in sleep paralysis. Damn, that's already creepy. He said, and seen two witches with black cloaks and weird greenish substance in their hands. Nah, bro. That I don't even sound real. I'm not saying you're lying, but I'm saying that's too creepy, bro. That's next. That's like rated. That's rated NC-17 for this channel, bro. I used to suffer from sleep paralysis a lot as a child, only when I sleep on my back and the hag hold you down and you try to speak and call for help, but you can't breathe. That is really creepy. Yo, that is really... You know what? Y'all just reminded me of another scary story, man. Y'all just reminded me of one more scary story. And I'm going to say it here before I get off, all right? But y'all got to hit that like button, fam. Y'all got to hit that. If y'all like this episode, I better see 200 likes by tomorrow morning on this video, man, because I want to keep dropping these late nights. They're so fun. All right. So at one point, right, I had a cousin who was troubled. I'm not going to mention his name. I love this cousin dearly. I see him more like a brother than a cousin. He lived with me for a while. When he was in high school, we were both going to school. And his mom sent him our way so we could set him straight. And we used to, sleep in bunk beds. So I was at the bottom and he was at the top, right? Yeah, this dude used to see stuff at night. And he was the type that would sleepwalk. Wow. Okay. So this already gave me chills just thinking about it. So one night I hear the top of the bed creaking. It's probably like 3 a.m. Right? I look at the clock. It's like 3 a.m. This dude doesn't let me sleep. He keeps moving around. Oh my God. I get in chills just talking about it. And so, I was turned towards the wall, but I turned the opposite way where you can see the edge of the bed. And I see this dude head hanging downwards, looking at me in reverse, upside down. Kid you not. And I'm like, I call him by his name. I won't say his name. I don't want to put him on blast. I call him by his name. He don't respond to me. So I call him by his name again. He not responding to me, fam. So he just stayed there looking at me. And then eventually he just went back to sleep. I couldn't sleep that night. But in the morning, right, I got bags under my eyes and everything. I asked him, bro, were you aware that you was staring at me last night and you didn't let me sleep? And he was totally confused. Like, no, what the heck? I was asleep. Bro, I don't know if he was possessed. I don't know if he was sleepwalking, sleep paralysis, but he does not remember, fam. He does not remember. He was just staring at me from the top of his bunk bed. And I'm like, oh, even now thinking about that, like that creeps me out, right? Like I'm sleeping next to a possessed motherfucker, like he's on top, right? So yeah, that might actually trump the first story I said. So I'll let y'all vote which one was creepier, but they're both true stories on everything, man. And it was crazy, man. It truly was crazy. And I'll read one more because I actually enjoy these, man. I enjoy these. They're exhilarating and especially when they're true. All right, Johnny, he said, I want to tell you a story real quick. He said, I have 4 chihuahuas. Last night, my dog wouldn't walk it back anymore. He said, I'm looking at the living room and there. What? I don't know what you're talking about, bro, but okay. I don't know what you're talking about, bro, but okay. If y'all love these stories, man, show some love, hit that like button. But that's going to wrap it up for me tonight. Really quick, this video is brought to you by my sponsorship, Prize Picks, man. We partnering up to bring you guys the best deals. NFL preseason is about to end. Regular season starts, I believe, on the 9th of next month. So it's a perfect time to get in on the action. Make sure you guys hit promo code DTLF to get double whatever you deposit all the way up to $100. So it could be 20, 50, 100, whatever. You get it double back. So you get to play with free money, fam, and hopefully win big money. All right. Make sure you guys drop a comment, a like. Let me know what you guys thought. If you guys have any scary stories you want to share in the comment section after this video post, I'd love to read them, and maybe eventually we'll even talk about them here on the chat. But I hope to see you guys tomorrow on Late Night, guys. Have a great night. Peace out.